Hi there, and welcome to the tip of the month. This month, I'm going to talk to you about creating an effective newsletter. Having a newsletter is one of the most important communication methods you can have with your clients. But not only that, having a newsletter will allow you to gain new clients as well by having an opt-in on your website. So when somebody comes to your website, they see you have a monthly newsletter, they can literally subscribe to it. So the newsletter is good to keep your clients engaged as well as gaining new clients. And what I love about it is it allows you to improve your positioning. Because when people see that you have a newsletter, they know that you care about your community because you're always giving them value, you're helping to educate them and tell them about the latest and the greatest in medical aesthetics or health, wellness, whatever it is that you do. The sad part is a lot of people don't have a newsletter, or they mistake a newsletter for an email blast. An email blast can be buy from me, buy from me. That's not a newsletter. What I'm talking about with the newsletter is giving them the opportunity to really learn from you, find out about the best products or treatments, maybe do some case studies, things like that. So I'm going to go over with you the structure of what you should have in the newsletter, because truly it's so simple. You can really do it. You just have to set the time aside, or somebody on the team needs to set the time aside to really do a good newsletter for your business. Now, I'm always telling you that we practice what we preach. Like, I'm not going to stand here and tell you to do a newsletter if we don't do the newsletter. So we have been doing our newsletters called Inspiration Moments for 13 years. And it goes out on the first of every single month, no matter what. And they're all archived on our website. So you know what I'm telling you is true. So if you go to inspirationmanagement.com, click on the newsletter, you'll be able to go all the way in time. Now, if I, myself, and my team can do that, then you and your team can do that too. So I don't want to hear I don't have time, because believe me, I am a very busy person. My team is very busy, but we know how important the newsletter is to our community, and that's why we invest the time in actually doing it. So I hope I'm exciting you enough to really do it. So what I want to do with you next is go over 5 steps that you can use to publish an effective newsletter. So the first thing is you have to make a commitment that you are going to publish it. Just like I mentioned, come up with a date, and that's when it should go out every single month. You don't deviate. And you don't want to start and then stop. So once you make a commitment that you're going to do a newsletter, you've got to stick to it and make sure that you do it every single month. So a tip for you, you should go into your calendar, block some time. How long does it take you to write an article? How long is it going to take you to do a newsletter? You block the time for whoever is going to come up with the content, and then you publish it. You send it to a designer or whoever, again, on your team, and they can publish it and send it out. So commitment is number 1. The second thing is you have to have structure to your newsletter. Now, what do I mean by that? And this is something we teach all of our members all the time. So structure for the newsletter should have different sections. And again, if you go subscribe to our newsletter, you'll see that it has the main topics, main sections every single time. So we have a note usually from me, which you should do the same thing. You'll have a note from you as an owner, founder, CEO, whatever. Then we usually do the Dori Talk show, which is our monthly article. I usually videotape it and have it in writing. So that would be your featured article. It could be 5 things to do to look younger. Whatever topic you want to talk about. It could be Botox, fillers, lasers, whatever. And then I'm doing a tip of the month, just like this. You could do the tip of the month too, on how to look healthier, how to be more youthful, all sorts of topics that you can talk about. and that could include a skincare product or a treatment that you want to talk about. Then maybe you could have the treatment of the month and a product of the month, whatever it is. You might want to do a case study and something fun to close it out with, and that's it. So it doesn't have to be rocket science. It's very simple. It could be short and sweet, and as long as you put it out at the same time every month, then you're good to go. So once you've established this structure, it makes it very easy to just fill in on monthly basis. And that's basically what we do too. Now, once you create it, you have to market the newsletter. And what we do normally with our newsletter is, of course, send it out on the first to the entire database. So it should be an email blast to everybody on your list. And then we do a post about it on social media so people are informed that it's out. And we also archive it on the website, as I mentioned to you earlier, so it helps you with search engine optimization. So the more content you put on your website, the more valuable your website is going to be, the more Google is going to feature you on the first pages of their searches. So that's just some of the things that you can do to market your newsletter. Number 4 is, of course, you have to measure the efforts. So out of all these newsletters that went out to everyone, how many opened it, how many took action, how many clicked on something in the newsletter that made them go to another page to purchase something or to reserve an appointment or whatever. So you need to measure the efforts of that newsletter. And number 5 is asking for help in creating it. Just because you don't have the time to do it doesn't mean that you don't do it for your business, because you're hurting your business because you're trying to wear all these different hats. So if you don't have the time to do the newsletter, then you can either hire a company to do it for you. As a matter of fact, we just teamed up with a marketing company that can help you do newsletters. So either hire a company like that to do your newsletter, or find somebody on your team. If you have a marketing person, then that person can do the newsletter. They can at least start writing it. You can fine tune it a little bit, and you're in business and ready to go. So those are the 5 steps I have for you to help you get started in creating a newsletter. You're welcome to go to our newsletter. Make sure you subscribe. You can follow the format. Just remember, we're doing it business to business. You would be doing it business to consumer. So the language and the approach should be a little bit different, of course. And if we can help you, as always, you can always reach out to us. Like this tip, or 5 of them, I should say. Please like this video, share it, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next time, stay inspired.